everybody, my name is Christian, and welcome back to Skycast. Thank you for tuning in today, and for the most part, we have a good amount of stuff to cover. Multiple days of severe weather on the way, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now here's what the map is looking at currently right now, and as you can see down here towards the coast, towards portions of Florida and all that, we do have some storms that are out to the east coast. With those storms now, the National Weather Service has issued a marginal risk through portions of eastern Florida. We have multiple general thunderstorm areas for there to be some storms, anywhere from Texas to the Central Plains, North Central Plains, over to the western coast. The main concern down here is going to be towards Florida, though, where no tornado potential really, but do have a possibility for a storm or two to produce a few damaging winds, hail in excess of maybe 1 inch in diameter. The summary for today listing strong to locally severe thunderstorms capable of the severe wind gusts and hail remains possible. A low threat for severe storms remains this afternoon. This is not a major threat. If you would like to read the discussion here, you can do so if you wish. Now, as we get into tomorrow, we do have more of a concern for some more severe weathers up here towards the state of Michigan into Wisconsin. We do have a possibility for there to be some severe weather through that area, and as we continue to move off into the afternoon there, general thunderstorms through portions, of the Ohio Valley here. But we do have another area that we could possibly see a severe storm or two pop up into the overnight to morning hours down here towards portions of Oklahoma and into Texas. The National Weather Service issuing these marginally severe thunderstorms through portions of, once again, into Michigan and into Oklahoma/Texas. Tornado potential here very limited, with nothing being issued by the SPC. Main threat is going to be that wind for the two marginals, as well as that hail for both marginal areas. Isolated severe thunderstorms will be possible on Tuesday from parts of the Texas Cap Rock eastward across the northwest Texas, far southwest Oklahoma, and over parts of the lower Michigan. You can see those two areas here. With this, there are general thunderstorms that we've seen just from the model a few minutes ago through portions of the more central plains into the Ohio Valley. And if you want to, you can pause to read the synopsis. It's decently long. Now, after these storms do move through, it does look like it will remain somewhat calm for the most of the day. Before down here towards, once again, portions of Oklahoma into Texas, we do have some storms form up into the overnight hours here. You can see them through portions of Oklahoma. This eventually will shift over into portions of Arkansas. But this is, once again, one of those marginally severe storms. National Weather Service highlighting a marginal risk of severe weather through portions of the Texas, central Texas into the Panhandle, portions of Oklahoma. Isolated thunderstorms associated with marginal threat for strong wind gusts and hail will be possible on Wednesday across parts of the southern plains. You can pause to read the synopsis here if you wish, but one thing that we're seeing consistent with all these storms is the limited tornado threat. This is what I was talking about in the last video. We do of course, we still have these storms coming up. It's tornado season. We're gonna have strong storms, not related to tornadoes in general, but strong storms will happen. And we're seeing a limited tornado threat because it's kind of like that kind of a calming period before we do have some more storms on day 4 through 6. Now, towards portions of like Arkansas, Oklahoma, it will remain rainy for most of the time. We will have a low pressure system form right here over portions of Colorado into portions of Kansas, Nebraska as well, and that can fuel some of this severe weather potential that we're seeing up here. For the most part, we could see a little more marginal severity up here, but the National Weather Service specifically highlighting this set of storms right here that could be severe. With that being said, National Weather Service has highlighted a 15% probability of severe weather. They do have somewhat confidence that this could be a severe weather event. This is through portions of Nebraska into portions of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. And this does kind of match up with the model that we're seeing, the low front being right here, back here towards portions of Nebraska, Kansas, and Colorado, fueling these storms here that, once again, could be severe through all threats. You can pause to read the day 4, day 5 synopsis right here, but basically what it's saying is that everything's coming together in the most part along that dry line in Oklahoma, that area right there, for there to be a couple supercells pop up, large hail, wind damage, and a few tornadoes could be possible. Now we do get into day 5. I was having a look to see what day 5 was. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is when we're expecting these severe storms. Moving into the Friday set of storms, we do have this area back here towards Oklahoma. Once again, right on the dry line, we do have that low pressure system moving through portions of the backyard, basically, of Texas, Oklahoma. This will be somewhat more of a widespread event. This could also be stronger than what we're seeing on Thursday, day 4. But you can see this whole area, including multiple states, anywhere from Texas up into portions of Wisconsin. National Weather Service also agreeing with this, highlighting the main portion of severity from anywhere from Texas up into Iowa, Illinois. This does include multiple other states like Missouri and the Kansas Central Plains area. But as of now, the National Weather Service is not shooting it any further up from where we're seeing these storms on the Pivotal Weather model. Now, as this event continues to move off to the east and die off a little bit, we do have another area back here. We can see this run onto the 28th. National Weather Service highlighting another area of severe storms. This is going to be that highlighted area. Not exactly going to be that initial area for severe weather. Main portion is going to be through this area where we're seeing that low front pop up. But we could also always see this extend out a little bit. National Weather Service highlighting that 15% confidence once again through portions of Kansas down into Oklahoma. And it also includes some portions of Arkansas and Missouri, but mainly just Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. So we do have, as well as those marginal risks that we're seeing for the next few days, day 4, day 5, and day 6, all likely for severe weather. If you want to read the whole discussion, you can do that here right now. Now, looking at the severe weather dates for the wind shear, we do have a good amount of wind shear in the environment for there to be some storm development. You can see that move off to the east. That secondary area of storms, a little bit widespread, once again, through this general area. Once again, very helpful for storm development. And then as we move into day 3, a good amount of extra shear that we're not seeing on these two, moving out through portions of the Oklahoma, Texas area. This, for the most part, is a future model, so take this with a grain of salt. As you see, this is not 100% exact from what will actually happen. Models like this can always uptrend and downtrend depending on what they see. Now, most of the storms that are currently happening in the South Florida threat will be diminished by the time this video gets uploaded. Currently, east of Fort Lauderdale, we have somewhat concerning storms for a possibility of small hail, 34-knot winds. This is not on land. Currently, this has moved to the east. Off of Florida, so we're good for that most part, but for the most part, as this continues to move off to the east coast into the afternoon, the islands, the U.S. islands down here is going to be the one that contains that main threat. Of course, you will see couple little sparks of weather just for the fact that there were storms up here. Isn't looking like it's going to be anything too wild, though. Doesn't even look like it'll remain strong from what the models are showing. By 1 a.m., everything will be out. It'll be clear as day out here. Now, tomorrow we are seeing some severe storms up here towards the north state of Michigan. Towards the morning hours, we will have some morning convection through there. That's not really much to worry about. That main threat is going to be into the evening hours, into 3, 4, 5 o'clock, where we will have some of these discrete storms pop off. Back towards the back, 7, 8, 9, a little back area. By the time morning hours roll around, 12, 1 o'clock, that'll be diminished for the most part. The storms, for the most part, down here will remain mostly discrete and kind of calm. 4, 5, 6, you can see this little area of storms down here east of Lubbock, west of Wichita Falls. And once again, like I just said, will remain pretty calm. As we continue to move the run, it eventually all just diminishes south of Abilene by the time 1 a.m. hits, and it'll remain pretty calm. We will have possibility for some showers into the day 3 morning hours of like Tulsa, Oklahoma City, all those areas. Not expected to be too wild, though. We don't have activity for day 4 through 6 yet, so we will have to wait for that. But that is going to be what's going to be most concerning for this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in and listening to Skycast. I'm Karsten. Have a great day.